So I'm starting to work on the drawer fronts here, and I milled a piece of mahogany that came out of the set that I had, and I matched the grain across the three drawers, the lower drawers across the front, as well as the large top drawer. So they're about 7/8 of an inch thick, and what we're going to do next is put a 1/4 inch round over all along the edges here, and then dado three sides of it to create a 1/4 inch lip all the way around, except for the bottom, which is flush. So there'll be a lip on three sides. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so here we have it. We've got the 1/4 inch lip on three sides, and that leaves us 5/8 of an inch down here on all four drawers. So, and they fit in the drawer openings. So the next thing to do is to mill a bunch of pine for the sides and the bottoms of the drawers. Well, I've been busy milling material for the drawers. I've got some eastern white pine here that I've purchased 5/4. And what I did first was to flatten it on the joiner and get two sides flat and one side square, the bottom edge square, so that I could resaw the material. So then, using the bandsaw, I ripped them down the middle, and so I've got a little bit on almost all of them, a good 1/2 inch. So the drawer sides will be a little bit under 1/2 inch, and the backs a 1/2 inch. The drawer bottoms will be about a 1/2 inch once they're milled and glued up. So now the issue is, will they stay flat? So once you resaw things and open it up, tomorrow these will probably be cupped in here. We'll see how it goes. Well, I've got all the material here for the four drawers milled to thickness and sized. So we've got the two sides, the back and the drawer front there on the bottom. So that's ready to go. So we'll be starting dovetails on that. Over here I've got the bottoms, and this has just been resawed, so it hasn't been milled. Of course, once the drawers are made, I've got to glue up these and make the panels. Of course, that'll be coming a little later. So I'm getting started with dovetailing the drawers now. So the first thing I do is arrange the sides and the back in the sequence that I want to assemble the drawer, and then I mark the insides here with 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and 4, 4. That tells me what's the inside of each piece and what's the top of each piece. So then, once we've got that established, the next thing we do is we've got to scribe our lines where we're going to cut our dovetails. So to mark where the dovetails go, I use marking gauges to scribe lines for the depth that we need for each of the dovetails. So I have 3 because we have 3 different measurements here. So we have 5/8 of an inch here, and the sides are 7/16, which would be here, and the back is closer to a 1/2 inch, which would be here. So to scribe the front of this side, we take the 5/8 inch mark and just run it across here, and you've got your 5/8 inch for the front. Then you need a 1/2 inch for the back, and you run it across here for a 1/2 inch. And now we have the 1/2 inch. Then we have 7/16 for the drawer thicknesses, or the side thicknesses, and we go like so, because we have 2 sides. And then the front, we've got our 7/16 as well. So now they're all scribed, so we know how long each of the dovetails needs to be. So then I put the sides together like so, and I mark the top. So I want to know where the top is and where the bottom is. And then I lay out the dovetails. So in laying out my dovetails, I mark the top here, and on the bottom I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch groove for the drawer bottoms, and then leave myself a 1/4 inch for a runner. So I want to know where 1/2 inch is from the bottom. So I mark that here. And then on the top, I usually set in 3/8 of an inch. So I've got this sliding bevel here that I've had for a long time. It's set at 14 degrees. So I mark the top edge. I mark where 1/2 inch is and draw a line. And that gives me the 2 starting lines for my tails. Then I take the distance between the 2 and divide it up into thirds. In this particular case, it's 3/4 of an inch with 3/16 to a 1/4 inch pins. And of course, since we're making tails, this is the waist here. And then it's just a matter of cutting it out. So I take my dovetail saw and follow the line. It could be a little tighter here. And saw down to the mark. And we're going to do that clear across and then chop them out.